Hello everyone! We have an FYI episode for today's video. This is Jackie and you're tuned in YouTube channel Jackada. Please subscribe and leave a positive comment. This is a tutorial on how to prepare your ID card files for printing when using the Photoshop. This tutorial is specifically made for DigitalPrinting.Ph. This is to prepare the ATM card size based on DigitalPrinting.Ph print size requirement. Alright, let's start. Suppose your Photoshop is already open. Here's a step-by-step guide. First, you need to click on File and then choose New on the menu. Instead of pixels, you choose inches. And then for the width, suppose we are working on a portrait orientation. For the width, enter 2.125, and then for the height, use 3.37 inches, and input 300 for the resolution, and you choose pixels per inch. Okay, and use RGB as the color mode, and then click OK. By the way, guys, 2.125 by 3.37 is the actual card size. Okay? Alright. Now assume that this page that you see here is your actual card, as if you are holding it. If you place the details on the edge, for example, hello, I am Jackie, then this means that this text is printed on the edge of your card. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, you're holding your Metrobank ATM card. The hello, I am Jackie text is printed on the edge, somewhat like this. Okay, it is on the edge of the card. Okay. Here. Okay. So that's it. So this white page that you have here, your image layout, if you place the hello, I am Jackie, or the text or the logo on the edge, this is where it will be printed. Okay. So you have to create, you have to have your imaginary margin if you like to avoid the edge. Like for example, this Metro Bank logo, working on its layout, supposedly something like this. Okay? Or maybe here. Alright? So you need to have a margin. Okay, so going back to our canvas, your current image size is 2.125 by 3.37 with 300 ppi. Okay? Okay, ayaw niya ng 2.125, gusto niya 2.127, but that's okay because that is very minimal. You can check this by clicking on image and then go to image size. There you go. Alright. Now, skip this one. Okay. Now, go to the layer. You will see that there is a padlock. So, meaning that the layer is locked. The background is locked. So, to unlock this, you need to click on this padlock or this padlock here. Kahit alin dito. Okay? Ma-unlock na siya. Alright? Next thing we do is we go to image again and then click on canvas size. Right. So this is how we add the bleed. So from 2.127, gagawin na natin siyang 2.18. And then ito naman igagawin natin 3.47. Okay, this is the actual card size. This one, 2.127 by 3.37. And then if we add the bleed, it is slightly bigger. Very minimal also. And then we click on OK. So now you see the difference on its size. Okay, so this white here, this is the actual card size that you have. And then I suggest that you use a ruler para meron kang guide. Ayan. So you know kung hanggang saan lang yung ating actual card na size when you start working on your design. So itong excess dito, this is what we call the bleed. This will give you a bigger layout size than that of the actual card size. And what is a bleed? Bleed is printing that goes beyond the edge of where the sheet will be trimmed. So after trimming, the bleed ensures that no unprinted edges occur in the final trimmed document or merchandise. So we need a bleed. Mas malaki yun kesa sa actual card size. Kung meron kang card, merong excess na print outside na hindi na mapupunta dun sa card. Kung magpiprint kami, hindi mo na makikita yung bleed. But in printing, we need it. Okay? To give you a more relatable example, let's try MS Word. When you like to print on short bond paper, that's 8.5 by 11, using MS Word, in the page layout, the usual is you will choose the letter size, 8.5 by 11. Okay? This is the usual. I'm saying usual kasi mayroong pumipili ng A4 pero ang paper is short. Okay? But basically, kung ano yung papel mo na gagamitin, let's say short bond paper, you will choose also the short size for the page size. Okay? But if we add the bleed, instead of choosing letter 8.5 by 11, you will use more paper sizes. Ilagay na lang natin 8.65 and then by 11 point, let's say 2. So it's slightly bigger. Okay? But anything that you put doon sa excess doon sa paper. 8.5, naglagay ka ng 8.65 pero ang papel mo is 8.5 and let's say you fill the whole page with background, ang makikita mo lang sa papel ay yung na 8.5. Okay? So yun yung idea doon. But I'm not talking about borderless printing ha, just the bleed. So kailangan namin yun, yung excess. Alright, I hope na gets nyo. Basta that's the idea. Okay, let's close this na. Going back, ibalik natin yung ating Metrobank tsaka Hello, I am Jackie. Okay, so itong Hello, I am Jackie, it's still on the edge. Kung ayaw mo siya mapunta sa edge, medyo lagay mo siya dito sa bandang baba. Okay, yung Metrobank nakalayo din siya. So, kapag ka na-print yan, ang mapiprint lang dyan, eto. Alright? So, yung nasa sides, hindi na yun kasama sa mapiprint. But if you will place Metro Bank, i-rotate nga natin to. So, let's say for example, ilalagay mo yung Metro Bank dito sa dulo. During printing, wala yan. Okay? Makakat yan. Matitrim siya. That's why we say, avoid important details near the edge or only work on your actual card size area for the important details. Logo, name, text. Okay? So, dapat lagay mo siya ng maayos. Also, for the name or yung text, let's say, lalagay mo siyang ganyan. Of course, makakat din yan. Okay? Because the actual card, eto lang. Ito lang yung actual card. Okay? So, putol siya. And also, wag mo din ilalagay sa edge unless yun ang gusto mong mangyari. Kunwari itong cropping na ginagawa ko, ito yung printing ha. So, ayan yung maiiwan. Okay? So, para mas maganda, alamin mo kung saan mo gusto ilagay. Okay? Let's say employee. Ana Santos. Diba? So, kung gusto mo siya naka-center, o kung gusto mo siya nasa side, tapos nandito, halimbawa, yung ano kaya? Let's say, operations manager. Yan. Kunwari, ganyan. Diba? Huwag mo siyang isasagad. Huwag mo rin lalagpas. Okay? So, bahala ka na mag-determine kung ano yung margin mo. Kung ano yung gusto mo. O kung nasa gitna ba siya. Or kung nasan man. Sa bottom, ganun din. Huwag mo ilalagpas dun sa trim mark. Okay. So, this is for the logo, the photos, and of course, the signatures as well. And then yung mga text details. When we say text details, name, position, anything na text, SSS, so ganun. And then, kunwari, maglagay tayo ng background. Kunwari ito, no? This one. Kung magba-background ka, huwag dito sa edge. Okay, so ito yung kailangan namin ng bleed. Para sure na kapag nag-print kami, walang maiiwan na white. Huwag sa edge ng actual card size. This is to ensure nga na walang white na maiiwan. Okay? Possible kasi na merong half mm na difference sa cutting or sa cropping. It's possible na may maiwan na white doon sa iyong card. So what you will do, extend mo siya sa dulo. Okay? Let's say, for example, your background is gray. Kunwari, ganyan siya. Dapat itong background mo, extend mo up to 2.18 by 3.47. Yung background mo naka-extend up to 2.18 by 3.47. Yan yung image size mo. And then your logo, maglagay ka ng margin. Huwag mo ilagay sa edge unless yun ang gusto mong gawin. The same for the company address. Kunwari, meron dito sa bottom, may text details. Huwag mo siya ididikit sa edge. Unless nga ulit, yun ang gusto mong gawin. But for the background, it is important that you extend or you fill the whole image size with your background. That's the bleed that we call. But for the actual card, ang mapiprint lang yan sa actual, this one. Just this. Okay. Just this one. Yun yung maiiwan na prints. Yung excess wala na yun. Tapon na yun. Also the same for landscape orientation. Kung nakahiga yung inyong mga ID cards or kung ano man yung gusto nyong ipaprint using the ATM card size. You create the 2.125 by 3.37 image size first and then you put a guide. You can use a ruler o kung ano man ang gusto niyo na gawin, gamitin as a guide. You can also do this Kumari lang yan. Pwede mong gawing opacity na sa likod or sa harap. Ayan, so you have a guide that you will not exceed yung mga text mo or logo or company name dito. And then always fill the whole canvas kasi papalitan mo yung image, yung canvas size mo ng 2.18 by 3.47 and then fill the whole page, the whole canvas with your background. Just the background, okay? Do not include your logo again, photo, the signature, text details, o kung ano pa man. Anything that you want to appear on your card should be made within the 2.125 by 3.37. Whether you want it on the edge, or nasa gitna, or may margin kayo, but it has to be within your actual card size para makita niyo siya na printed doon sa ID card. And then anything outside it will be trimmed. Pero kahit na matitrim yun in the process, kailangan namin yun for printing. Kunwari lang ito yung template mo. I-group mo na sila, no? Yung mga areas na hindi na kailangan, hindi nagagalaw. Okay. So let's say ito yung template mo. So background, para hindi na gumalaw yung file. Ayan, kahit anong gawin mo, hindi na mag-move yan. Okay? This is really the basic, no? On how you create. Walang kung ano-anong masking na ginawa. Very basic, especially for beginners. Kasi yung marunong na, so just give them the guide. They know na what to do. Alright? So for beginners and hindi ganun kakabisado ang Photoshop, this is very basic on how you can prepare your files. So let's say for example, this is for Anna. So what you will do, just what you do is group 1, this is part of your template, no? Let's say for example, this is for Anna Santos. So gagawa ka ng folder for her. And then let's say for example, you have another employee. Mag-data entry ka for example. Let's say like Mary Cruz. Ayan, kunwari ganyan lang. So you can place here Mary Cruz. Okay, so let's say for example, siya yung assistant ni Ana Santos. Ayan. So kunwari ito yung details ni May Cruz. Okay. At kung isi-save mo na siya, you just click on File and then Save As. We prefer JPEG. For ID card size, okay na yon. Especially if you use the 300 ppi na resolution. But yung iba gusto nila ng PNG para hindi ma-compress yung file. But if you save JPEG, for example, card holder's name, Mary Cruz, and then front. Then you click on JPEG, save, and then use 12 for the quality, maximum, and then click OK. Ito na yung JPEG file. Okay? Kunwari, we're working for back na background. Back na ID card and generic. So, lagay natin Metrobank. So, kunwari this is a generic back, you click on File and then Save as Back. Generic. So, ano yung generic? Pag sinabi natin generic, lahat ng ID cards nyo, kahit 100 na employees meron kayo, lahat ng back nila will be using the same back design. Okay? Now, kung meron naman yung mga individual information, yan. So, what you will do if this is for Mary, you will click on Save As, and then use Mary Cruz back JPEG. Okay. We'll send 2 files per card kung merong individual information, yung front at saka yung back. Let's say you have 100 employees and then you have individual information, you will send us 200 files. Okay? Now, if you will be using a generic back design, you will send 100 front files and 1 generic back. Okay? Alright guys, sana naintindihan nyo, sana makatulong kung paano kayo magpe-prepare ng design, kung paano nyo i-prepare ang files nyo ready for printing using our print size requirement. You can always message us, chat us on Facebook page DigitalPrinting.Ph or email cs@DigitalPrinting.Ph. You can also leave a comment on my YouTube channel, Jackadal. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope this helps. This is Jackie again. Until next.
요새 너 조금 이상해졌어. 자꾸만 시도 때도 없이 시무룩하고 고민이 생겼니. 초등학교 영어 수업 시간에 배웠었던 현재 진행 영어